The concept of little brother is a common theme across rivalry games, but there is one where that term has floated predominantly over the landscape of a matchup. And when the Paul Bunyan Trophy is up for grabs, there is nothing little when these brothers start battling. On the banks of the Red Cedar in East Lansing, Spartan Stadium, it's the Michigan Wolverines and the Michigan State Spartans. Reese Davis, David Palmer, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. This is obviously a huge matchup. With a 5-game winning streak on the line, they understand that they are facing one of the best teams in the country. A top 25 matchup. He's been warning his team all week at practice. Do not take them lightly. They want to be 1-0 after this week and keep the streak alive. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Michigan State's offense will have first crack at this one. The Wolverines often look at this rivalry as their birthright to win. And boy, did they put the hammer down in a blowout last year.
Yeah, and you heard a lot of hail to the victors. And you heard a lot about little brother and a lot of shots throughout this last year about how Michigan is the program in the state. They are the brand. And Michigan State has heard that, Palmer, a ton.
And that's just been a narrative that we've heard throughout the years, too. And it's something that people love talking about in Ann Arbor is that they are the dominant team. And it's not even close in a Sin-State rival. Michigan State's got to do something to flip the script. If they want their program to reach the consistency that Michigan has, they've got to recruit better. And a big way in doing that is winning this game.
It's complete. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Going to take a shot. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll run the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Rush right in his face. Hauls it in. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Spartans come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Push is ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. Promising start to that drive sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Wolverines offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here are the guys who make it go. Just an outstanding offensive line.
And it's amazing every year, man. We do these games, and we've done them for so long, and year after year, you can just hang your hat like this group up front on the offensive line is going to be physical. It's going to be tough. It's going to start there. And, Palmer, it's no different in this contest.
They've done such a good job, I think, too, developing guys up front because they're not always getting 5-star talent, but this coaching staff, year in, year out, they're able to get the most out of these guys, get them in the weight room, get their weight up, work on the technique, the fundamentals, and they all work so well together. They're so well coached up front, and no different this year with this unit.
Left side is Whalen. He goes out of bounds, couple yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. Trying going to slip through and pick it up. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. If you gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. The Wolverines will hustle to the line. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies a bit there.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. We're not talking about ranking trophies.
Out wide left, it's Chambers. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
And, man, this is exactly what you want as a play caller. You want to get your quarterback settled, give him some bunnies early to make some plays so he's feeling bulletproof. 4 for 4 to start the game. Yes, please. Offensive coordinator Jesse, I'm giving him an A+ so far for checking those boxes.
Well, he's done a good job getting his quarterback prepped for this one, too, because watching this guy throw the ball, he's making quick decisions, and he's throwing the ball with a lot of conviction. You can tell this guy watched a lot of film. He has the answers to the test early in this game.
Underwood. Swats it away.
Well, I know that one falls incomplete, but as the head coach, you've got to still love what you've seen from your quarterback early in this game. He's been accurate, in a great rhythm. To start the game 4 for 5, it's pretty good.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Here's Underwood. Rushes on. Just got rid of that one.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Going to the running game. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State, it's the big-time players and the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
Immediately fires to the middle. And he's still running after the move. Runs through a man. He might have space. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. The corners are walked up tight. Wants to throw on first. Under pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And that is just what this defense needed. Nice job getting upfield, getting after the quarterback, putting that last play behind him. Big gain, so what? Great job being dialed in on first down, to the pass, and getting the sack.
Back to the ground game on the left. They put the brakes on it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Trying to get the corner. Can't get him to the ground. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a third down stop. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. It is good! And that's going to give us a tie ball game here in the first.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. The give. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Rivalries are the lifeblood of college football, and here are a few of the things that make this one special. First play of the period, first down here. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Finds his target. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Kick is in the air. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Wide receiver going in motion. Throwing, Underwood. Escapes the pressure going right. Got his man. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
They'll just try to forget about that disastrous running play on first down, 2nd and long coming up. Wide receiver comes in motion. Maybe a double pass. Oh, pressure's coming. Wide open, he makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. That's the first score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns. And they knock through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Spartans will call on their punt team. Making his first move. Slips through the line. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Off play action on first down. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Scanning the field, it's Upshaw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Flip it out to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Making the adjustment. Now on the move. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Snapped it and he has to have it. Here as he throws, that ball never had a chance and they'll turn it over on downs. Michigan State has the ball back and here comes the offense. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide right, it's Parachek. Timeout taken by the Spartans, their first of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Another incompletion on third down. And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Moves the pocket. It's Upshaw. Moving out to the right. Hauls it in.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Left side, it's Briggs. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Here's Underwood to throw. Look out! Right side, it's Whalen. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the Utah State Aggies.
The Spartans will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Guys, Coach Whittingham told me coming out of the locker room, they have to start the third quarter with a sense of urgency. On the road, backs against the wall with a hostile crowd. He said, we got to have more intensity. They did a good job in the first half, but this game is close, and they understand all of the playoff implications. They've got to be the best version of themselves here to start this third.
Okay, Holly. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Handoff to the single back. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to make one miss. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They turn to the passing game on third and short. They'll run the screen. Nice move to pick up yardage. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Spartans want to crank the tempo.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Out wide right, it's Parachek. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
There he goes! And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. The Spartans kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Makes the break, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Buys time to his left. Out wide left, it's Marsh. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Grbac or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Play fake, Underwood. Rolls right, gets rid of it. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
The give on 4th down. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Give on the counter. All over him immediately.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. The handoff. Breaks into the open. Crosses midfield. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Michigan. They take the lead with the 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the ball is loose on the return. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession. Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. The give to the single back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Here comes the heat. Goes high to pull it in. Took it all the way inside their territory, down to the 40-yard line, and that's where they'll set up shop.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Drops back on 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Motion from the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Looking for the edge. Now the toss. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
You kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this defense has an opportunity to close this one out, right? Like, it's in the fourth quarter. You got the lead. A few more stops, and it's dub time. So pinning your ears back, rushing the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable is definitely job number 1.
They're all over it. Oh, look out. The ball's free. Defense has it. They're on the move. He's loose down the left side. The 30. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes it a little bit...
He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Michigan. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Right side, it's Parachek. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Wants to go up top on second down. Rush right in his face. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snapped on fourth down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with an L.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with...
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the...
He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, David.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You got a chance to keep fighting, show them what's inside your chest.
From the gun, it's Townsend. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. The Spartans want to move quickly.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Rush is on. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. And the Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute.
He lets it fly. Goes high to pull it in. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in, I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
Got his man. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Just keep slinging it. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. Got to make the play on fourth. Fires to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
Well, that's a simple pitch and catch. That's called a stick route. It's a real quick out route in the middle of the field. The tight end's able to make the catch. Nice play.
Underwood. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Grabs it inside the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Salt into her wound. In the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Bringing it back. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. From the gun. Oh, he's got some space. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. The Spartans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Handoff again. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's fourth down.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their job.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. As has been the case for the majority of this rivalry, it's Michigan who once again will take home the mighty Paul